My name is Dhruv Iyer. I'm the founder and CEO of the Midas Consulting Network. In this video, I want to talk about the artificial intelligence engine that is embedded in MidasNet, our core product. The goal of this video is to understand how Midas is using artificial intelligence and machine learning to create value for our customers. I'll start by providing a brief overview of Midas and discuss the problem that we are facing that motivates our use of artificial intelligence. I'll provide a brief explanation about how AI can be used to address this business need and provide a product roadmap that shows how we will be implementing AI into MidasNet. As a brief overview of Midas, so the Midas Consulting Network provides an online marketplace called MidasNet that allows small business owners to offer project-based short-term jobs and internships to college students. And our mission is to provide small business owners with affordable, skilled labor to grow their business and enable college students to gain practical and impactful work experience. So for example, if a business owner wanted to, say, create a website or expand to a second location, they can contract students to do that work and be able to hire them at a more affordable rate and get the same kind of professional level of expertise. The way that Midas works is we have an online platform called MidasNet where businesses can create projects that specify the job required, more details about what work needs to be done, the skills that are required, the hours of commitment, and the pay. Students can then apply, citing their skills and submitting a resume or a cover letter. And then businesses can review the students who applied and accept the ones that they believe will do the best work. One way that we improve this process is we hope to offer a automated way of helping businesses create their applications. We call this AI assisted application creation, and we'd like to help match students and to projects that suit them well. So we call this targeted application soliciting. And these two features are going to be the focus of this video. Briefly, I want to give some background about AI and ML. So artificial intelligence is the ability of computer systems to perform tasks that traditionally require human intelligence. So things like vision processing, for example, which means recognizing objects, classifying objects, speech recognition, being able to turn words into text or actions, and natural language processing. These are actions like composing a document. All of these classes are situations where we traditionally thought human intelligence was required, but recently we've been able to teach machines how to do these tasks. And one way we've done that is through a process called machine learning, which is a class of artificial intelligence in which machines are able to learn patterns and make inferences from data with limited human intervention. So we can provide a machine with data or examples about how to solve a particular problem, and the machine is able to, from that data, extract how to go about making certain decisions. And these are two very powerful processes that are going to be very useful for MidasNet. So how does AI and ML relate to MidasNet? Well, in order for MidasNet to connect small business owners to the right kind of talent, two things need to happen. First, clients need to be able to create the right kind of job description, and the right candidates need to apply to the job. Now, we could facilitate these processes manually by having employees of Midas individually help craft job descriptions and hand match candidates. But at the scale we want to operate, we know that these features need to be intelligently automated. These are very complicated tasks, though, and so this is where the use of artificial intelligence and machine learning comes into play. But I want to discuss a little bit more about each of these problems. So the first is talking about the right kind of job description. So we believe that the right job description captures the core needs of the project, tells the consultant exactly the skills that are required to do the project, and specifies a level of pay and hourly commitment that is consistent with the size of the project. What we find, however, is that while clients will often know what they want at a high level, they may not have the technical background needed to create a good job description. So for example, a client might know they want a web ordering platform for their restaurant so that people can go online and order food, but they may not know what platform to build, how long that will take to create, or what the correct level of pay should be for someone working in that field. So when these requirements are not met, then the job description does not help consultants accurately understand what is required in the project, and that can cause problems in delivering quality and reliability, which are the two keys to success in the Midas platform. So this is the problem we face on the job description side. On the other side, with the candidates, We know that the right candidate is someone who has the right technical expertise, has a good work ethic, and experiences a strong person-job fit. And this last category is the most important because the person-job fit really affects the kind of work that a consultant is able to do for a client. Now, it's possible for candidates to miss the perfect job opportunity, especially when we get to scale and we see many, many projects being uploaded to the platform every day. And it's also possible that candidates experience a project mismatch. So they get onto a project and they realize that they weren't qualified for the project or it doesn't align with their interest. So having a bad job description or a bad candidate job fit really affects the experience that consultants and clients can have on the platform. So we want to find a way to intelligently mitigate these risks. So here's an example of our vision for what it would look like for an AI algorithm to compose a job description. So what we see here is we have a user. This could be a small business owner. And as I mentioned, users are usually able to put together some sort of a basic job description, an outline of what they want. But it may be lacking some details that are important for consultants who are looking at the project to decide whether or not they want to engage in the project. So what we're looking to construct is an AI engine that will have access to a database of all the other projects on the platform. By integrating this database and comparing this project against the projects that are in this database, the AI engine should be able to pull out a list of related past projects and use those to come up with recommendations for the skills required and other features like hourly pay and hours of commitment, which we call project details. By combining these three pieces of information with the original project description and input from the user. The user and the AI should be able to together co-author a final job description that is detailed enough, accurate, and reflects the needs of the business at a level of detail where the consultants looking at this project can know exactly what is required of them and make an educated and informed decision about whether to apply to the job. On the other side, when we talk about using AI to find candidates, what we will want to do is take a final job description like the one from the last slide, combine it with the list of those skills requirements related to that job and our consultant database, feed that information to an AI engine, and come up with a list of qualified candidates and reach out to those candidates individually through email, which we call targeted application soliciting. Combining the applications that we actually end up receiving from this process and any additional applicants that might apply to a project, we want to then take a look at those applications and provide recommendations for which candidates might be the best fit for a given job. So in this case, the AI engine is working in two situations. One, on one front, the AI has to come up with a list of qualified candidates. And on the second front, the AI has to look at the list of applications and determine which of those applicants, the people who actually applied to the project, would probably serve best in the project role. So I want to give a brief example of what we envision an AI-assisted job application would look like. So on this left-hand side, we see something that we believe a small business owner in a non-technical background would be able to create. This is an example of an online ordering form. So the description now says, we need a website that lets customers order our food online. The website should let customers order anything they can get in the restaurant. And what we've done is we can imagine that after feeding this through the AI engine and showing the user related phrases and data from past projects, that together the AI and the user could co-author this job description on the right. The gray text you can see comes directly from our online ordering form. And the blue text we say is text that has been influenced by the AI engine. So either composed directly by the machine or resulting from ideas that were presented by the machine. So for some examples, we can look at the description. So the old description just said that we needed a website. The new description now says that we need a full stack, user-friendly web application. Now, we can see that there are elements from the original description, but we've added some technical and job-specific terminology. The action word, build, and the technical terms, full stack, user-friendly web application. These are words that mean a lot to consultants, to people who would be looking at this project who are in web development or in software. But they may not be terms that are known by someone in a non-technical setting. So this is an example of how AI can help make a project description more meaningful to the consultants who would be looking at it and deciding whether they should apply. If we look down at the features, we see that one of the features is it should let customers order anything they get in the restaurant, which was originally in the description. But we've added two new features, the ability to add new items and the ability to introduce promotions. These descriptions we imagine would come from other projects from other restaurants or other companies who have implemented online portals, and maybe they wanted the ability to add new items and introduce promotions. What we've done here is we've actually helped using AI. We've shown a client something that they may not have even thought they wanted before, but now they think is really important. So this ability to make recommendations also helps give more value to clients by using our platform. Looking at the price in hours, we see the $30 an hour for 25 hours. This is probably something that was influenced by looking at other projects or maybe in this field across the board, what is the average rate that consultants are being paid. This ensures that when consultants are looking at this job, it is attractive to them because they are being paid at a competitive rate. So this is important for getting the job to receive applications. And then lastly, we see some skills. You can see that these skills, full stack developer, looking at Django, Rails, or React, these are again very technically and domain specific terms that a non-technical user might not know in the beginning. So they really need help coming up with these terms. At the same time, these skills can heavily influence a consultant's decision to apply or not apply. So by together crafting by using AI to craft both craft a composed job description, we've really helped the client extract more value in terms of these additional features that they're getting, and we've also helped the consultants figure out what projects they want to apply to by including these kind of job specific terminology and a competitive hourly rate. So looking at our roadmap for this project, we hope to come up with two things. First is an algorithm that can combine a high-level project description and data on past projects to form a detailed, accurate job posting. So basically something that can co-author a job description. The second is we want an algorithm that can take a job posting and find and recommend consultants. And what we believe this will do is it will motivate greater confidence from small business owners that will scale efficiently. So this will ensure that small business owners are getting high quality, high reliability, and at the same time we'll be able to scale this efficiently versus if we were to do this with physical people. So one key aspect of this roadmap is we need to collect a significant quantity of data to use to train the algorithm. Some of these sources of data are hand generating those kinds of job descriptions that we'd like to see created by the machine, looking at existing job postings online, and looking at existing applications and applicant project fit on MidasNet to help create data to train the algorithm. This data needs to be collected, and this really influences our strategic decisions about our release of MidasNet. So we know that AI will give MidasNet our most significant competitive edge. It gives us that reliability and scalability, but it will require a large commitment of time and resources. So we've had to make some key strategic decisions in order to implement our roadmap. The first is that we won't allow projects to be privacy restricted at a low rate until our AI algorithm is developed. We need all the data we can get. So customers will need to pay a high price in order for their project to not be included in our dataset. And second is a temporary group that is responsible for co-authoring applications, doing essentially what the AI will do, will be formed to create those kind of hand-generated job descriptions that will be used to train the algorithm. We will be offering those co-authored postings that we will be creating as training examples to our users, but they will have to pay for those features just as they would have to pay to use the artificial intelligence engine. So these are the strategic decisions you have to make. So I thank you for watching the video, and I hope that this was helpful to understand how MidasNet is leveraging artificial intelligence to address this very important business need. I look forward to keeping you updated on how we progress implementing AI into MidasNet. Thank you very much.